Pete here, how are we all doing? As you can see, I'm out on the horse with no name. I'm out on the Pan European. Just thought I'd bring it out for a little run Sunday morning. Not sure what the footage is going to be like, not sure what the audio is going to be like. I've got a chest mount on, so we'll see what it comes out like. Yeah, I'm not going to go far. I've got a bit of a bout of hay fever going on here, so this morning I woke up, I don't think it's a cold, I think it's just hay fever. Very humid today. But it's been 2 or 3 weeks since I've been out on it, on the Pan. It's a lovely bike, motorcycle, this bike. I love it, love the handling of it. It's quite a quick bike really for a big old beast. The things I dislike about it so far, moving it, I've got a gravel drive, stone drive, and it's an absolute nightmare to move around on there. Yeah, it's an absolute pig to move around on there. Just an absolute nightmare. But there you go, hey ho, can't have everything, can you? As long as you're careful. I'm a big lad, so it's not too bad. I just got to be careful with it. I better watch me speed through here. Don't want to get another ticket. Thing is, living down here in Cornwall, you're sort of limited where you can ride this sort of. Oh no, I know. I suppose people, of course, you can ride it where you like, but it's just I won't want to take it down the lanes. Really, it's just you can do, of course you can. There you go. It's just me being grumpy, but I do like it. It's lovely and it's so smooth. For a 24 years old, this bike now. Mechanically, it's in very good order actually. It's been well looked after mechanically. I mean, it's just done over 40,371 miles, and I believe that to be a genuine because I've got most of the paperwork and stuff for it, and everything sort of ties in. And even low gears, you can sort of like, you know, just cruise along and everything works as it should. The rear, I don't know what it is, the bearing or the brake. When you try and push the bike backwards, it squeaks a bit, but that's about it. I mean, it doesn't bind at all because it's, you know, you can just freewheel the bike and it freewheels lovely. So. Yeah, I mean, for me down here in Cornwall, this is not. It's not a bike because we haven't got that many main roads. I mean, if you're commuting backwards and forwards to Plymouth from St Austell, it'd be a brilliant bike, absolutely superb. Or up to, you know, anywhere like that. But you wouldn't want to be taking it all down the little minor roads. It's just too big. Because often you've got to sort of pull into the hedge and that, and you know, you could soon sort of end up dropping it, even at slow speed, sort of thing. The previous owner of this bike, he did drop it actually. The one side panel on the left hand side is slightly damaged. It's got a crack in it, but which I've repaired. I don't know what gear I was in then. I think I pulled away in 3rd gear. Because I don't ride the bike very often, I've got to get used to it again. So. Yeah, so I'll just sort of take it out for a run and blow the cobwebs out. I don't like them sitting about too long, that's the trouble. And I'm definitely keeping it for the money it cost me. Ridiculous, really. It's a hell of a motorbike for what I paid for it. You know, I bought it off a dealer and he had to make a little bit, and I paid him 1,400 quid, and it come with 12 months MOT. Yeah, it's got a few marks on the bodywork, but what, you know, what sort of middle-aged person hasn't? I've got plenty of marks on my body, so there you go. The engine isn't too bad on me, but this engine's much better than me. And basically they're only just running at this sort of speed and mileage anyway, these bikes. I've changed the oil and filter as I do with all my bikes as soon as I got it, and the oil was clean, to be honest with you. I didn't have to. I also changed the shaft drive oil as well, and you might have seen the video where I broke the bolt off. That was my fault. So, but yeah, apart from that, the guy when I bought it, they'd done the front, had a new front pads and caliper on it. The rear caliper probably will need changing, I think, at some point. It's had new, looking at it, they look new pads. It's got good tyres on it, got a ton of stuff, and the guy, for some reason, he had the cam belt changed at 30,000 miles, which is only like 10,000 miles ago, so I don't know why he did that. Perhaps they did something to the water pump or something and thought while it was stripped down they'd change the cam belt. But he done that anyway, so he's done a lot of work on the bike. So, and this is what I like about it. I mean, I love me little Enfields, but we're coming up quite a steep hill now, and you know, me being a big old lump, you know, you've got to sort of like give them a bit of stick, but they're only like 350 and 400cc engines, so horses for courses, I guess. But this is just like a touch of the throttle and away you go, you know. Beauty, it's a beauty. Ah, it's just lovely, it really is. So smooth, super smooth. So we're on national speed limit now, so I don't thrash a bike anyway, really, not these days. I'm far too old and sensible. Just gives it a run out, really. It's super comfortable. I'm 6'2", got quite long legs, so I could do with a little bit of a bike. I mean, after a long ride, when I went to North Yorkshire, I must admit, I probably stayed in the saddle a bit too long on it, in one hit. My knees and that were starting to ache and stuff, because it's quite a sharp angle with your legs. So I probably, on long trips, I'll reduce the amount of miles I do in one hit. Sort of stop and park up and, you know, have a bit of a break. Actually, I might turn around and don't go to Foy very often on the bike, so I might turn around and go there. It's a bad junction here, a lot of accidents here. There's a bit of a blind bend just here. If you're caning it along here like some of them do, people can pull out from you there. Hopefully we'll get a bit of footage from this anyway, so we'll see. definitely do in the winter time as a project is strip out the back end and have a look at the wheel bearing, because he did say the wheel bearing on the back on the last MOT, it's the only advisor he got, and he said it's not bad enough to do anything, it's just I've got to mention it on the MOT. So yeah, the wheel bearing could do with a look at, so I'm going to probably strip out the back end, just clean it up really, and repaint and stuff like that really, just to give it a good service. Have a look at the rear brake and stuff. Got the Dragon Rally and Bruce Pollard Rally in February, and depending on the weather I'm going to probably take this bike. If the weather's okay, forecast is okay, I still might take the Himalayan, because I still want to do all around Brecon and that area, so it just depends on the weather really. If it's a case of tramping up motorways, then I'll take this. That's what I bought it for really. And I'd like to get to Scotland now. I might, whether I go to Scotland in the car and take the Hound, we just do a bit of camping up there or not, I don't know. Drift along really. It is a lovely bike to ride though. Handling on it is superb. It's so, there's no wobbles, vibrations, steering's precise. Like I say, for a 24-year-old bike, it's unbelievable really. You do expect it to be a bit well, a few things, but it's definitely been well looked after. There's a pretty lady. What I think I'm going to do is head up to Liskeard on this road, and then there's a road called the Glyn, we call it the Glyn Valley. It goes past Trago Mills and all that sort of stuff. I'll probably go that way. Might stop for a coffee somewhere, or just swing round and come back home. So I haven't got too long today because of the dog and one thing and another. The wife's getting there now, so I'll have my freedom back again soon hopefully. Found the fuel consumption on this bike not bad at all really. I just don't ride, I mean I'm 64 next month. Don't tend to go that fast now. You know, I sort of know my limitations, I know me what I can and can't. I've only got one eye as well, so I have to be a bit more careful I guess. I mean, I used to tramp on when I had sports bikes back in the day. Do a video and me doing 80, 90 miles an hour on YouTube. I don't know, I suppose that could be a nick, couldn't it? I'll tell you what, coming out of the fresh air though, that's done my hay fever the world of good. it's got all stainless steel exhaust on it as well. Come with it. It's got extra lights. Has got heated grips, but I haven't got round to that yet, so I'm not sure. I'm not sure if they're working or not. So I need to have a look at that probably. It's got all the luggage and stuff like that, the top box with the backrest. Just nice to get out on a bike. The weather here has been really strange this year. I mean, it took a while to warm up. I don't know, it just might be me. It seems a lot more humid. It's been damp as well, and I don't know. We had a lot of wet weather. You seem to get a couple of dry days, and then all of a sudden, well, that's Cornwall for you. I mean, Cornwall's a beautiful place to live. The scenery and the coastline is absolutely stunning, but the weather can be a bit inclement at times. A lot of rain, a lot of rain. Lots of hydrangeas out. A garage here on the left. One of my friends who's got quite a big YouTube channel, I think, Saddlebags 73. He's doing a photo series that should be really good. Anybody's interested in sort of bikes and stuff. He's sort of asking for photographs of people on their bikes in sort of interesting places, and yeah, that should be good. I'd like to get into my photography a bit more. I mean, my dad was quite a good photographer, and my other daughter over Newquay's quite a good photographer. The trouble is, I've got to learn to sort of like be a bit more patient and calm down and set things up properly. I'm a bit slapdash is the word. I'm a bit slapdash, or can be. And that's one of my own sort of problems really. I'm sort of a bit urgent, as the wife says. Although she's bloody urgent, wanting to get stuff done when it comes to my jobs list. But yeah, I can be a bit urgent. Nice Jaguar in front, that's an old one. XJ6 TDVI. Nice. Now this Glyn Valley has got cameras all the way along it, and it's a 50. Interesting, the other day I was coming along here, I was in the car, I was in the van at work, and I'm not sure, but a couple of Hells Angels come past me. One had got his back number plate covered up, and the other one put his hand over the back number plate every time he went past the cameras. Quite funny actually. I lived up in Bedfordshire for most of my life, and very rarely would you see a Hells Angel. Down here in Cornwall there's quite a contingent of them. Seem all pleasant enough, to be honest with you. The ones I've met a couple, and they all seem nice enough. Like the rest of us, most of them are getting a bit older now. Dosmary Pool there it's up there on the right, it's got that way. That's the Lady of the Lake from King Arthur. You know, where the sword was thrown into the lake and that business. Yeah, just thought I'd mention that. They used to say it was a bottomless lake, but it's not, because apparently it dried up a few years back and it was all exposed. So, like anyway, it's probably an older, well, I don't know what. So this is the famous Trago Mills up here, 200 yards on the left. I could go in here and have a coffee actually. Yeah, I might pull in here actually. Right, I'm going to pull into Trago Mills. I haven't been to Trago Mills in a long while. Not that I particularly want anything, but I'm going to go and have a look. Pensioners Day. I don't know how they know if you're a pensioner or not. Some places call pensioners over 60. And others, you know, over pensioning wage. And that's another thing I'm going to moan about as well. I saw my pension and it's like, to get me national state pension, it's not my 66th birthday, it's like in the following March. I thought, bloody hell, that's a bit of a piss take really, isn't it? There we are. She's not bad, is she? Ticking over, no problems. Starts, goes. Ooh. So I've done Trago Mills and just had a little look around now. I didn't have a coffee because there's nowhere decent to have a coffee. I think there's a restaurant over the other side, but I couldn't be asked to go over there to be honest, so just nipped in the baker's. Excuse me. So this is the Glyn Valley, just going across now. As I say, the speed camera's all the way across here, so you've got to be a bit careful. 50 miles an hour all the way. And this takes us to Bodmin. But I'm just going to turn off before Bodmin, head up to a place called Lanhydrock, which is a lovely National Trust Park land, and there's a lot of mountain bike trails actually there as well. And there's a big manor house as well if you want to go and have a look at that as well. Nice pleasant morning ride actually, just out for an hour or two. And I find with a pan, once it's rolling, I mean, I'm no pan expert, I mean there's plenty more people out there got a lot more knowledge than me, and I can see why they're so popular as a bike, because they are just fantastic bikes to ride. I mean, very easy to ride, I would say. You know, and I mean, this is just at slow speeds, it's fine. You know, I mean, like this sort of slow speeds, it just goes along sweet as a nut. But you've got that power on tap as well, you know. so I'm going to watch my speed limit. I think this has got what they call a touring screen on, and it's fine. I mean, it doesn't seem to, it does go over the top of my helmet. I'm 6'2", and I never got no neck problems and stuff like that, or buffeting when I went up to North Yorkshire on it. I don't suppose I'll be putting many miles on it because I don't, you know, I'm retired now, so I don't ride that much. No, I'm not out on the bike every day, sort of thing. So, and I've got 2 other bikes, so I'm guessing the miles will stay pretty low on this bike. But I was thinking of selling it, I must admit, a while back, and but there's no point really for what it cost me. I might as well just keep it. And I've got a nice bike there that I can use for long trips if I want to. Hopefully when the wife gets better I'll be doing a few like weekend trips away every so often. I might call in here. There's a railway station up here, Bodmin Parkway, and it's also the end of the Bodmin Steam Railway, so I might just pop in there and see if there's anything around and for pictures. I think I'm going to do, I'm going to call it a day on the video here because I think I'm nearly out of battery here. So thanks for watching. I'm going to keep it running, and if it turns out I've got still plenty of power left, I noticed when I didn't change the battery. I have got another battery with me in the back, so I'll have to change it over. But just I thought I'd record a little trip on the Pan European, see what it's like, because I've got no footage yet. So hopefully this video will turn out okay, and we'll do a few more on the Pan European over the coming months. I'll try and keep it running as long as I can into the railway station, which is just up here on the left, just in case there's a steam train there. I don't know if there will be one in or not. There's something in the road back there, I don't know what it was. No, there's no trains in anyway at the moment, so